everyone, welcome back to another episode, and today we are continuing on with a side quest that came along with the Sorrows of Werlyt. So we can actually accept this quest after doing Blood of the Emerald, a rather disturbing quest. But this here is a side quest that's called In Memory. The Resistance troops wish to help their newfound allies in Turncliff. So you can actually accept this from the Resistance officer here in Girobanya, and he says, "Ah, Claire, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Turncliff was liberated, we've been sending troops to aid in getting the town back on its feet, helping the resistance, that sort of thing. We Alamegans know how hard life can be for a society struggling to stand on its own after years of imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attending to. If you can spare the time, we could use your help." "Bless you, Claire. You really are a saint. I'm sure the people of Turncliff will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escorts. I wish you all the best of luck." Okay, so here we are, about to head right back into Turncliff. I really don't need an excuse to go there. I love going there. It's a great place. "So the boss roped you into helping, did he? I knew you couldn't say no." So I wonder what this is all about. Oh, we got just as the sun was rising. Ah, perfect timing. Despondent citizen. Or civilian. You're the one who piloted that war machina and defeated the sapphire weapon, aren't you?" "I thought so. I've heard much about you, but I doubt you know who I am. My name is Alvinia, and I grew up here. I stayed throughout the occupation and was put to work as a Magitech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we are now rid of the Imperials, though I fear many of us will struggle to put the past behind us. For 10 long years we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work here kept me away from the battlefield, and I hoped that my contributions might help the others live long enough to make their way home. In the end, most of them never returned. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sake, to prove that they haven't been forgotten, a monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I need to see the official list of conscripts. If one still exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town. But the resistance troops and ironwork engineers closing the place off, I can't go near it. Perhaps you might have a word with them for me? I'll leave as soon as I find the list." "Thank you. I'll follow your lead." I don't know. That sounds kind of suspicious to me. I'll let you do the talking if that's all right. "Something I can help you with?" "I see. It's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show an interest in the Imperial's leavings, but it seems she has her reasons. Since we're still carrying out our investigations, we close the place off to prevent anyone interfering. Considering it's you who's asking, though, I can hardly say no. Still, I better go with her, in case the others kick up a fuss." "You're very kind." "Okay, well, if someone's keeping an eye on her, maybe it won't be so bad." "I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. You have my thanks." "Think nothing of it. I was glad to help." As I suspected, the Imperials kept detailed records of the local conscripts. One name in particular stood out to me. My friend, Melissendia. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion of all places. What do you mean, of all places? Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. It all began when we were serving under the 14th Legion. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory, and we soon became firm friends. Then one day she was sent to fight in Eorzea, while I remained here. The day before she left, she came to say goodbye, together with her foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Rykon, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with their adopted father, Gaius van Belsar, before they departed. Oh, so that's what she looked like. It was actually another of his orphans, Livia Sastulis, who forbid them from seeing him. Can't say for certain, but it seemed that Livia had a strong attachment to Gaius and wouldn't let anyone else near him. Oh, that's creepy. As far as I could tell, he tried his best to keep Livia at arm's length whenever possible, but her devotion to him was bordering on obsession, and she became extremely jealous of the slightest sign of affection between him and his other wards. Yeah, that's really twisted. Others, however, treated them far more kindly. In fact, a Precipice Castorium of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet them. Oh, it's him! Oh no. Oops. While I was surprised that a Rogan had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken aback by the unguarded manner in which he spoke with his subordinates. I'd hoped that with people like him serving on the Eorzean fronts, they would be in safe hands. So that's what he looks like. Then the time came for Melissendia to leave. We shared a few final words, and then she was gone. It would be the last I ever saw of her. After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Laticavis of the 14th. Nero Scalva and I worked on restoring the Ultima weapon. I was even at the Palatorium on the day it was destroyed. But I escaped aboard an Imperial ship moments before it came crashing down. Oh, that was our fault too. I eventually made my way back to Werlyt, only to be drafted into the 7th Legion to continue working on the weapon project. Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'd help bring those abominations into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the weapon's core was part of the design from the very beginning. Of course, they never dreamed of subjecting a trueborn Garlean to such barbaric treatment, not when the 7th Legion has a ready supply of Provincios conscripts ripe for the taking. The pilots were referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy to their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificed in the name of the weapon project. Let's bring an end to the weapon project. Together. But what can I do? For years all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. The 7th Legion is far from finished. They're biding their time, waiting until the right moment to unleash the final weapon. When they do, it will bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. Even after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melissendia would still be here. She was the kindest person I ever met, but to the Empire, she was just another pawn in their game. I will never forget her. There's a way I can make a difference. I know there is. But first, I need to speak with members of the Ironworks. I have a feeling that war mechana you used to beat the Sapphire weapon will be called into action again. Until then, there's still time to make improvements, and I intend to help. I'll still be going on ahead with the plan to build a monument, but stopping the Empire must come first. I hope Melissendia and the others can wait a little longer. Before I go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I have done if it weren't for you. Until we meet again. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us in the end. Okay. Oh, we're going back to where we started. Let's just teleport back. Make it quick. So, yeah, that was surprising. So, Livia was definitely obsessed with Gaius, as if we didn't already know that. And I could never pronounce that guy's name, but apparently he had met those kids as well, and that girl, Elevin, I think her name was, she was at the Palatorium when we kind of blew the whole thing up, including bringing the airship down. Wow, I mean, what are the odds? That was your time in Turncliff. I see. Fate has dealt her a cruel hand, but now she has a chance to make a fresh start. The same could be said of the whole of Turncliff. It seems the liberation of that one small town will become a profitable moment in Werlyt's history. Perhaps it won't be too long before the rest of the region is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honored to fight alongside the people of Werlyt. We won't rest until the Imperials were sent fleeing with their tails between their legs. Until that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our best to support you and the others in ending the weapon project. I'll be sure to pass on any pertinent information. In the meantime, take care. That's nice. And we still have one more quest to do that's going to unlock the Emerald Weapon Extreme, but we'll save that for the next video. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that little side quest, and until next time everyone, take care and have a good rest of your day. Bye!